day, some young men went because they felt that life was meaningless if they didn't have money. So they found a native doctor. So they went and took some things from the man, and the man asked for a sacrifice, and they were bold enough to offer the sacrifice. They brought some heads, and the money began to flow. This one is too hard. Let me give you a softer one. This story is too hard. Well, the money began to flow. Before they left, the man gave them 2 sacks of 1,000 naira notes. Ghana must go sacks of 1,000 naira notes. That they shouldn't spend it. They should take it and give somebody that they know is greedy, so that the person can spend out of it. The moment the person spends out of it, the person's soul has been trapped, and the person will die, start going lean. Demons will be drinking the person's blood until the person's died. And in fact, if you take the person to the hospital, the situation will be aggravated. So he now took his own bag of money and looked at his entire family. Who is due for death here? And he felt his grandfather was the one that should die, because the man was 90-something years old. If he dies, it's not a bad thing. So he went and gave him money and told him, don't spend this money. Don't tell anybody about the money. Just keep the money. I will come and tell you when we'll spend it. Unfortunately for him, even though he was a terrible unbeliever, his grandfather was the person that rings bell for prayer in their village. The bell or prayer is his grandfather that used to ring it early in the morning. So when the boy told him this, he now dug a hole under his bed, put the money, covered it, forgot it there, didn't touch one penny. But the thing is that when he sleeps in the night, a creature that has the body of a horse and human head will be visiting him in the dream. So this thing continued for some months. He now called the fellow old man that was 90 years. There were the only 2 old men in the village. Called that old one. His grandson brought one money, and he hid that money. And the moment he hid the money, this creature appearing in his dreams. It seems that money is not good money. The other old man told him a story about something similar to what he was doing, and advised him not to spend from that money. Well, I'm just telling you about Satan. Satan is the one that can wield the might of death. So the old man did not spend from the money. After 1 week, which was the deadline, he was thinking that the old man must have spent from the money. He came back home with a Mercedes-Benz. He was trekking before, and the Benz he came back with was suspicious. But the old man welcomed him, and then he didn't talk to the old man. The old man wanted to engage him, he didn't talk to him. In the night, see, the old man's room has a curtain that is torn. Are you with me? I'm talking about the typical village. The old man watched through the curtain and saw that creature he used to see in the dream. He saw the creature came to his grandson and gave him a letter. This one was physical now. The one he used to see was in the dream, but this one is physical. He came and gave the young man a letter and ran off. And you could hear the sound of a horse. So he knew that his grandson was in something, and he was praying for him that God should have mercy on him. In the morning when he woke up, he went to his grandfather and said, I hope you didn't spend on that money. He said, he didn't spend though. Every dime is still there. He said, I hope you didn't tell anybody. He said, there's a creature the creature that came to you yesterday had been appearing to me in the dream. So I had to consult another old man to find out what you have gotten yourself into. That's when the man shouted and said, hey, you have killed me. Because he knew that from that day he had 3 days to live. So he went to Abuja, gave his younger sister the car, the Benz, went here, some of his lands he gave out, gave here, gave that, and then came back to the village so that they won't need to transport his dead body. Gave instructions about how they should bury him. The younger brother became a millionaire because of so him that wields the power of death came to in the night and took him. That was how that guy died. Me and that guy were on this campus. So I'm not telling you what I don't know. In fact, he's 1 year younger than I am. That's how he died. He played the game into the court of him that wields the power of death, and he didn't survive it. And there was no prayer that could be prayed to restore him. Because the grandfather is a prayer warrior. He's the one that rings the bell for prayer early in the morning, 5 a.m. People that want to pray, he will ring a bell for them. So the power of death could not hurt the grandfather. He only threatened him. I will kill you. I'll kill you. But there was no ground. But for the guy that played into what you don't know will not know you. In the name of Jesus. And first of all, you must understand, according to scriptures, it is Satan that wields the might of death. And death is the last enemy that shall be destroyed. The